On Wikia, there's a normal SpongeBob page, and then there's the SpongeBob Fanon Wiki. The SpongeBob Fanon Wiki is home to an inordinate amount of fan-made SpongeBob content, culminating in a website with an ungodly number of seasons, spin-offs, characters, and crossovers. We are going to be taking a dive into this wiki and seeing just how unhinged the depths can become. Although from my research, I've only scratched the tip of a monolithic iceberg of content. And there's surely many more outlandish secrets waiting to be found beneath the 11,754 articles hosted. Let's start off with Season 1. After all, the first season has to have a sense of normality to it. Let's see the plot for the first episode.
Patrick is asleep in his bed when he wakes up and hears a noise. Two guys come and put him in a bag and carry him to someone's headquarters. SpongeBob wakes up to play with Patrick, but he finds he has vanished. SpongeBob looks for him, but he finds no luck. After 1 hour of searching, a creature comes along, called King Cobra, and tells him he knows where his friend is. SpongeBob finds Patrick and attempts to rescue him, but gets captured as well. SpongeBob and Patrick escape, battle the creature, and leave running.
There's even some trivia, with an alternate ending.
Despite the Teen Nick version having scenes that may scare young children, there is a deleted scene found in original airings. Originally, the episode would end with Patrick saying, "What happened then?" Then King Cobra says he tricked them, and he is still alive as he had a clone and starts strangling Patrick. And Mr. Krabs creates a Krabby Patty robot, which ends up killing Cobra. This was deleted due to being time-consuming, and a high level of violence and death and gore. Teen Nick did air the scene accidentally during the splat at 12 a.m. After a failed link, they were supposed to be airing Rugrats, but instead aired this episode uncut after the episode. A technical fault slide showed up, and an apology from the announcer. This caused no controversy due to the time.
And this is just a single episode. There's 100 more seasons of these, and they get more and more deranged as they go. Season 1 alone has entries with titles like The Krabby Tanic, Fruit Burger, and my personal favorite, Screams. Many of these feature ideas that might actually make for an interesting episode. The aptly titled Refuse to be Vegan features Gary refusing a vegetarian diet. Blank has SpongeBob waking up one day to find that he is in a void, so he has to rebuild Bikini Bottom. And Canada Day sees SpongeBob and friends celebrate Canada Day. The characters themselves, however, only partially resemble the cast of vanilla SpongeBob SquarePants. Frequently recurring characters include Kashina, Reginald, Mario, Fishy Boopkins, Butters from South Park, and Bob. Other recurring characters include Bowser, Mr. Cupcake, Susan Wojcinski, and Steve. There's occasional cameos from Freddy Fazbear, The Heavy, and the pigs from Angry Birds. That's just a short list of some of the characters who show up in these fanfictions, and it's nowhere near exhaustive. Most new characters who show up are done in a one-off fashion. For instance, Waluigi takes on the role of Patchy in Season 10 after a licensing deal between Nintendo and Viacom. Or Fatrickstar, whose passions include ice cream cake, taking craps, porn, being retarded, Doritos, Mountain Dew, and being a greedy-ass sea star. As for locations, they mostly stay in Bikini Bottom, but sometimes they venture out into the real world. This isn't surprising, because there would be episodes in the actual show where they'd do that. But once you see some of these locations, you'll understand why this is notable. Our cast visits New York City Junior High School, Penisville, Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom, the East Siberian Sea, the Trench, which is home to The Thing, and Ice Cream City. Naturally, these locations would each have a plethora of information made up about them. In a similar vein, the spin-offs have some of the most absurd content on the website, much of which seems to forget that it has anything to do with SpongeBob SquarePants. And this kind of posting got to the point where they recreated the entire cast of South Park in the context of Bikini Bottom, although the vast majority of the text on these pages seems to be copied and pasted. And they also have a kind of age rating system, by which they judge how appropriate articles are for younger audiences. An A rating indicates all ages, B indicates ages 7 and up, C for 13 and up, D for 15, and the infamous Z rating, which specifies articles as being rated 17+. There is one more, even higher rating, in the form of the Z+. Only one page has this rating, the aptly titled, A Z-Rated Show. The existence of this work raises a number of questions, which are unlikely to ever be answered. Crazy Sponge, the user who made A Z-Rated Show, seems like an otherwise ordinary editor. So for a website to possess such a massive amount of bizarre content, the question arises, why? What do people get out of putting all this nonsense onto the internet? Are they kids? Are they on the spectrum? Are they both? Do they have some sense of humor that we are too asleep to understand? The wiki was created in 2008 by the user RA320, who doesn't seem to have much on his profile. The current administrator, PonyoFan, isn't offering a clear explanation either. The About page, however, does present an account of what happened. That the website was, as you'd imagine, a simple fanfiction hub. Just one that decayed over time to schizo levels, or flourished, depending upon how you react to images like this.